Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'd just like to talk to you about something quite serious really. If you're like me, you'll watch YouTube and the homesteading stuff, and on the big channels, the ones that we all know about, they don't seem to talk about pest control. They talk about, you know, making your coop and stuff secure and your animals secure from you know, obviously in America, coyotes and stuff like that. But they don't talk about rodents, rats in particular. So the story really for me begins about 3 weeks ago. I came out pretty much dusk really. It was actually going a bit darker than I usually come out, and I came to put the chickens away. So I put the chickens in the coop and locked them up for the night. Everything's okay. Went into the kitchen, made sure the babies were alright, the baby chicks were alright, and everything's fine as normal. And on our watermelon bed and melon bed, we've had a couple of stuff get a bit obviously eaten, and I came out and it had just gone dark, so I brought my torch just to see if I could see anything on the bed, see if I could see any movements. Now don't get me wrong, I live in the country, I've got a woodland, we have chickens, so there's obviously bits and bats of food about. I understand that we're going to get a few mice, which we do. I've got plenty of mice. Now it's not a major problem yet, it's not like thousands of them, but there's probably, you know, 50 or so. There's holes in the garden and stuff where they go and hide and what have you. But I'm not too concerned, I can control them. But it's the rats that I really don't want, because obviously they'll upset the chickies, they attack the chickies, the babies. There's so much bad about what can happen if you have rats. Obviously the disease as well. So I just came out with my torch excuse me, and I noticed, I shone it into the coop run, and I saw a huge rat, and my heart sank, because we've been here now 2 years, we've had chickies pretty much 2 years, and I've not seen a rat at all, which surprised me really, considering where we are. And somehow it got in the coop, it must have squeezed its way through the chicken wire, and it was inside the coop. So I thought, well, I can't leave it there. So it may sound brutal, but I went and got my spade and went into the coop, and I shone the torch on it, and it was running up and down. Anyway, I managed to get it and sort it out, and obviously I dispatched of it. So that led me to, well, if there's one, there may be more. So I'm going to have to deal with this. So I had some rat traps anyway, and I've now set them up down the side of the back end of the coop. But it's alright if we catch them and kill them, but I need to know where they're coming from. Which leads me on to the next bit. So we decided that the best thing I can do is buy a trail cam. So I can set it up at night in different places around the garden and maybe capture something, and it'll give me a really good idea from where they're coming from. Are they coming from the woodland? Are they coming from next door on the last bit of woodland that we've got next door? Are they coming from the road at the back of the fence? Because obviously we've got geese at the towards the bottom of the garden too, which I've not filmed anywhere around there yet. So that's going to be the plan, I think, for the next few weeks. I think I'm going to have to set it up around the garden, different places, and hopefully it'll give me all the details that I need to be able to control this problem, if there's going to be a problem. So I've had it a week, and I've had it down the side of the coop, you know, quite low to the ground, so it will capture everything. And up to now, I've only had a couple of mice, really, nothing spectacular. There was one bit where I put it towards the watermelon bed, and I had a hedgehog. Unfortunately, I haven't got that footage left. For some reason, I've deleted it all. So last night, I set it back up, and I put new batteries in because the batteries that I got weren't that good, to be honest. And I put some fresh batteries in, and I was quite surprised at what I caught, really. So I'll put the footage, I'll put the footage on for you so you can have a quick look and see what it is. But the trail cam is that. It's just called a digital trail cam. Easy to use to capture wildlife or yard images. Now, it says it's a 20 megapixel camera, so I can do 20 megapixels, 16 megapixels or 12 megapixels on image size, which is fine. The triggering time is 0.3 seconds, so that's pretty quick. 12-month standby time. Well, why would you want to do that anyway? But it is waterproof. Now, it does say 4K and 1080p video. I'm not really bothered. 25 meter range for the IR flash, which is good, and 25 meter triggering distance, so pretty much anything moves, it's going to start filming. And it takes a memory card up to 256 gigabyte. Now, I bought this from a company that we use here in Hungary. I think it's called Agfratel, I think, .hu. We bought our Brinsea incubator from there because they're obviously a Brinsea dealer. But they do sell all sorts of stuff, you know, for backyard chickies and what have you, coops and, well, all sorts, really. And it's not too bad on price. So I just went on the website and see if I could see to sell them. Because the problem I've got, they don't have Amazon here in Hungary, so I've got to go through the UK or I've got to go through Germany. But it takes 2-3 weeks to get anything delivered. So I didn't want to wait that long. Obviously there could be a big major problem here with the rats, and I want to get it sorted. So I wasn't prepared to wait 3 weeks. So I bought it from them, and it came in 2 or 3 days, 4 days. So I set it up. It's dead easy, it's dead simple. The actual unit itself is that. Now I can't say it's an unbranded name. There is a name to it. I found the name. It's not on the box or anything or the instructions, but I did find this on Amazon. I had a look on Amazon, and it looks like they do the same one on Amazon. And the name, I couldn't even pronounce it. It's Chinese, and I didn't want to spend a fortune. I just wanted something that I could use to capture images. Not that I'm going to use it for the YouTube site or anything like that, but now I've got it and I've seen the quality of the images. The night vision is actually very good. It's probably better than the day vision, really. But even though I can use this for spotting any rodents, etc., etc., I can use it for my wildlife channel. So I can set it up in my woodland, and you know, I may be able to get some nice pictures of the long-eared owl or the tawny owls later on in the year when autumn comes, because that's when they tend to come back in the woodland. So it's going to be multi-purpose for me. So the first instance is to spot bad stuff, but I can still use it for wildlife. So it's pretty damn easy. Never had one before, never really seen anything. A bit of research done, nothing too much, but like I say, I wasn't prepared to spend a fortune. But seeing these, it's dead easy to use. The setup's dead easy to use. It's all in a menu system. It's simple. You can set the length of clips that you want to do. You can set it for photo and video. Obviously you can set it from 20 megapixel for the pictures, or down to 12. Up to now it seems okay. The weather's changed a bit. It's a little bit cooler at night, so when I put it on my grapevine post to look at the watermelons, when I came out in the morning it was quite misted and fogged up, and condensation, you know, dew, should say dew, the morning dew on it. So yesterday, before I put it back out again, I decided to put some wax polish, so anything that drips on it, it should run off, hopefully. I was going to use some WD-40, but I'll try the wax polish first and see if that makes a difference. So last night, perfect. I came to it this morning, there was no morning dew on it, and there was morning dew about. So, well, I think it was 60 odd quid, 70 quid. So it's not it's not an expensive one, but it looks like it's doing the job. So I'm really quite happy. So you get obviously the unit, you get the strap, and in the box you get the instruction manual, lose the manual, as I say, but it's in all sorts of different languages, and it's a really good instruction manual. It's very easy to follow and set up. You do get a charging for the batteries. If you get, I'm going to have to get some rechargeables. I mean, at the minute we still haven't got the car back. It's been in for some bodywork repair. We had an accident, and I think we're just waiting for a part that they had to order from Japan, so I can't get out, so I need to get some rechargeables. So there is a cable for that. You do get a AV cable. I mean, I'll never use that, but there you go. And you get a bracket. You get a bracket where you can fix it to a post or whatever. There again, I probably won't use that unless I use it in my woodland. I might set up something where I can fix it properly. Probably will, actually. That's a good idea. They send some screws and raw plugs. So you get everything you need. So I just need, like I say, when we get the car back, I was hoping it was going to be this week, just gone, but they've not rang us, so they're obviously still waiting for the airbag actuator, I think, from Japan, as it's a Honda. So yeah, we haven't had a car for a month now. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest. I'm desperate to get the car back. There's so much things that I'm running out of that I need to get. All sorts, really. Anyway, that's that. We're digressing there, aren't we? So like I say, the trail cam's working. I've got some decent footage. So 3 weeks has gone by, and since that night where I saw the rat, I've not seen another one. Now, as far as I'm led to believe, there's usually a family of them. Usually, you know, when they first come out and come round, there's, like, you know, obviously a male and a female, and maybe other, you know, a few babies. No, it's nothing. Which is like, yeah, good, great, but I'm still not convinced they're not about. But last night, I set it up, and the capture that I got may explain a little bit. So I'll put that on and I'll show you. So first clip is when I just set it up, and you can just see me there at the other side of the coop. So it's capturing me. That's very, very good through the fence. And that was at 1935, as you can see. Well, great news is, look what turned up. Next door's cat. So that's why we may not have any rats at the moment, because the cat's visiting. Excellent. So it stayed for half an hour, moved on, captured nothing else until 4 minutes past 4 this morning, and obviously the cat came back. So I've had no capturing since it left, which is great news. And this is just a still from when it left at 4:32, so it stayed half an hour. And this one is just me coming to switch it off at 6 o'clock this morning. Excellent. I'm happy with that footage. It's pretty good. We did discuss about getting a couple of cats, but I've really gone against it, to be honest, because of me doing the wildlife photography, birds and stuff. They just go for the birds. I mean, I was sat in my hide one morning, and the pigeons had just nested above, and the cat went up and stole the chick. It was like, so no, I don't think I need to get any cats. There's plenty of cats around here. I mean, I see probably 4 or 5 every day wandering around in the woodland next to us. I've seen it obviously in my woodland, but it's coming, so I can use somebody else's cats, so I don't have to buy any at home. So that's really good news, having a cat about. Obviously it leaves its scent as well, so the rats won't like that. So what I'll do, I'll keep moving it about the garden. If anything does show up and that looks a little bit exciting, I'll put it on for you and keep you updated on the problem that we may or may not have. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like button, and just click on that notification bell for anything that's up and coming in the future, which obviously I'm doing. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.